Good morning. Thanks for joining us on Wednesday, August 5th for the Kehillat Sharei Torah Halacha for the day. Today is Tu B'Av, the 15th day of Av. Many important things written about this in different places in the Gemara. I believe at the end of Tractate Ta'anit, which we learned a couple years ago. One of the happiest, the most joyous days of the year for any number of reasons. You can look in the Gemara there or on Google. The bottom line is we omit Tachanun today, both at Shacharis and at the Mincha service. So be happy, conduct ourselves with a little bit more joy, even than is usual, if such a thing is possible. And we look forward. We're only 6 weeks away from the beginning of the new year. So there's a lot to do in these days, hours, days, and weeks to come. Hopefully we'll make the most of the time. We are reviewing the laws of changes in davening from Rosh Hashanah through Yom Kippur. In the Ma'ariv service on Friday night, when there is always a Friday night service in the course of the 10 days of Tshuva, at least one, in the abridged form of the 7 brachas, the short paragraph that's said by the Chazan in the presence of a minyan, Magen Avos, we say, instead of Hakel HaKadosh, we change that also to Hamelech HaKadosh, as we mentioned yesterday in the regular Shemona Esrei. If the Chazan made an error and said Hakel HaKadosh, as is usual, and becomes aware of it immediately, then he can change it to Hamelech HaKadosh. However, since this is Ma'ariv, if he only becomes aware of it later, he does not need to repeat the bracha. There are also a number of interpolations, a number of phrases that are inserted into different points of our davening also, from Rosh Hashanah all the way through Yom Kippur. Zachreinu l'chaim, mi chamoicha, uchsov l'chaim tovim, b'sefer chaim are the 4. So those are in the first 2 brachas and the last 2 brachas of the Amidah. If a person forgot those and didn't notice it until they said Baruch Atah Hashem in that particular bracha, they conclude the bracha and just keep on going. This is not something in which you need to repeat, for which you need to repeat the Amidah. Similarly, if one forgot to say Uvechein Tein Pachtecha on Yom Tov itself, on Rosh Hashanah or Yom Kippur, and they finish the bracha Hamelech HaKadosh, they just finish off that and keep going with Ata V'chartanu. At the conclusion of the Amidah, some say Oseh HaShalom Bimramav. Usually when we take our 3 steps back, we say Oseh Shalom Bimramav. Here we say Oseh HaShalom Bimramav. Some people don't change it, some people do. And also in the Kaddish, Oseh HaShalom Bimramav should be the change that we make at this time of year. Okay, Rosh Hashanah occurring on Shabbos is not a concern this year, so we'll come back to that when it's pertinent to the year. After the Ma'ariv service on the first night of Rosh Hashanah, it's customary for people to wish each other L'shana tova tikasev v'seichasem, L'shana tova tikatev v'teichatem. May you be inscribed and sealed for a good year. If you're speaking to a woman, use the feminine form tikatevi v'teichatemi. But on the next day, on Rosh Hashanah day, it's only the first night of Rosh Hashanah. From then onwards, we say Gemar Chatima Tova. The conclusion of your being sealed in the book of life should be for the good. We assume that the writing takes place only on the first night, and from then on, it's Gemar Chatima Tova is the appropriate blessing, appropriate wish to extend to our fellow Jew on that holiday. Have a wonderful Tu B'Av. Please join us again tomorrow.